Episode 7, Intersection of Hope and Reality. Every time Rio opened the box, he felt the weight of facing reality. The world the box showed was always beyond his imagination and placed a great responsibility on him. However, this time, when he opened the box, he was enveloped by a different sensation. What appeared before him was neither an ideal nor a future possibility. It was the shadow of reality moving right before his eyes. What he saw was a world without Rio, or more precisely, a world without Taka. Rio searched frantically for Taka, but he couldn't feel his presence anywhere. A deep sense of anxiety overwhelmed him. Could it be a world where Taka no longer exists? His heart raced, and the scene before him slowly began to feel real. In that world, Rio was alone. Without his friendship with Taka, he spent his days in solitude. Taka had completely disappeared from his life as a result of Rio's choices. Rio began to understand what this future meant. He tried to figure out which of his past choices had caused him to lose his bond with Taka, but the answer didn't come easily. Rio suddenly recalled a past moment. That day, when he and Taka opened the box together and saw their respective worlds, Taka's words about the gap between dreams and reality flashed through his mind. Taka had once given up on becoming a professional soccer player and seemed troubled by something afterward. However, Rio now regretted not realizing Taka's true feelings at that time. If only I had listened to Taka more back then. Rio couldn't help but think. The world the box showed him was questioning which moment he should have made a different choice. Friendship is often built on a series of small choices. If even one of those choices goes wrong, even a close relationship can easily fall apart. Rio was reliving a life without Taka in this world. A daily life without Taka felt colorless and dull, and Rio felt increasingly crushed by loneliness. His work was going well, and he maintained superficial relationships with other friends, but the thought, if only Taka were here, constantly lingered in his mind. Suddenly, Rio felt suffocated and strongly wished to return to reality from inside the box. At that moment, his vision blurred, and he found himself back in his room. The box was quietly closed, and the usual silence returned to the room. However, a large ripple had spread in Rio's heart. I have to talk to Taka. Rio hurriedly reached for his phone to contact Taka. But then he paused. The world the box showed him might just be a warning. Whether his relationship with Taka would actually fall apart depended on Rio's actions now. Rio sent a message to Taka. Let's meet up again soon. I have something I want to talk about. He reflected on how his past actions and words had affected Taka and resolved to face them head-on. Rio looked at the box again and thought, this box shows me the future, but it's up to me to change it. The box offered countless choices, but the path Rio chose with his own will would ultimately shape his life. Even if the time came to open the box again, Rio was determined not to be trapped by that world and to make choices in reality. He quietly put the box away, feeling the need to reflect on his future actions. Next episode preview. Rio decides to talk to Taka again, but new trials await them. How will their friendship, swaying between the world shown by the box and reality, shape their future? Next time, the fate of bonds. The time for decisions is approaching.